I would love to invite our next speaker onto the stage. Her name is Annette Williams. She is a cognitive behavioral hypnotherapist who specializes in helping professional women get the credit they deserve by unblocking their confidence to stand up and speak out. You see the theme that's going on today? Speak out. Annette's unique approach blends creative TV industry experience with bespoke therapeutic techniques, including hypnosis to address issues like performance anxiety, public speaking fears, social anxiety, and phobias. Annette, welcome to the stage.
Thank you very much. I'm delighted to be here. What a wonderful event so far.
Well, we're very excited to hear you talk, especially about, these fears that very often we need to overcome when we are putting ourselves out there and speaking on stages and being visible. So I'm really excited to hear you speak today. Annette, over to you.
Thank you very much. And hello, everyone. Well, I'm delighted to be here and feel so inspired by all of the previous speakers. And I'm really honoured that I've been invited to speak at the 2026 Summit, because it's the first time I will have spoken on that stage, and certainly the first time I will have spoken to such a huge global audience. So I really appreciate the opportunity. Thank you. Now, I'm just wondering, how many of you have ever seen the film Yes Man? It came out in 2008, and it was based on a book by Danny Wallace, and it stars Jim Carrey as the lead role. Now, I'm not promoting you that you go and watch this film, but if you haven't seen it, then the premise is that Carl, who's the lead character, is struggling with some self-esteem issues. So he decides to embark on a self-help journey by simply saying yes to every opportunity that presents itself for a whole 12 months. So as I said, don't rush out and see the film, because to be honest, the reviews are a bit mixed. But I mention it because lately I've been feeling like I've become the yes woman. Because ever since Ray and Abigail invited me to join the summit, I've been saying yes to everything. Annette, would you like to present on the First Speaker Showcase? Yes, I would. Thank you. Would you like me to write an article for Women Thrive magazine? Of course. You keep saying yes to everything because opportunities like this don't come along very often. And when they do, you need to grab hold of them and make the most of every moment, especially when you're surrounded by so many inspiring women, many of whom we've already heard speak this evening. Because the summit is all about learning to grow, to stretch yourself, to learn and be inspired by others. And trust me, I'm all in for the whole experience. Now, I'm just going to pause and caveat everything I've just said and everything I'm about to say with, of course, there are times when you need to say no. And remember, no is a complete sentence, but perhaps that's a topic for another talk. Because the reason I'm so interested in my experience of going through this experience on the summit is because it mirrors some of the process I guide my clients through. Because as Abigail said, I'm a cognitive behavioral hypnotherapist, and I'm based in Cheshire in the UK. And my practice is called Silverbrook Hypnotherapy. And my passion and my speciality is to help professional women find the courage, unblock their confidence, stand up, speak out, and get the credit we all deserve. And it's so rewarding to see that transformation when they realize they can achieve their goals and overcome those fears and self-doubts that have been holding them back for so long. Because to watch someone reframe their mindset, boost their self-belief, and finally realize, I can apply for that job, or I can get on that plane and go on holiday with my family, or even I can live a life without fear of being judged. These and many more transformations all have one thing in common. They start by saying yes. Or as Dr. R.G. Nell Nichols would say, do the dang thing. And in my work, I use a range of different therapeutic techniques, but as Abigail mentioned, again, I draw on experience from my previous career, because for 38 years, I was a BBC TV producer. So this gave me a front row seat to observe confidence up close. And let me assure you, confidence is not a skill it's not something you're born with. It's a skill you can learn. And when you learn and perfect that skill, the whole world opens up to you. Now, I'll be honest, because we're amongst friends, I've got a bit of a knot in my stomach. I hope you can't tell. I've got sweaty palms and my heart is beating out of my chest. But that's what it is. You're putting yourself out of your comfort zone. And I haven't decided yet what I'm going to be talking about at the summit, because I want to use the time between now and then to listen, to learn, and to properly consider how I can best help this amazing audience. But right now, as I said, sweaty palms, beating heart, knot in my stomach. Is it nerves or is it excitement? Well, interestingly, the physical sensations are the same for both. So it's up to us to decide how to label them. So I'm choosing excitement. And it's a bit like that feeling you get before you go on a roller coaster. You said yes. You've bought your ticket. You're securely strapped in with 49 other amazing women behind you on the ride. And the train starts moving up that first incline. Click, click, click. You're holding on tight. Your knuckles are going white. Adrenaline is flooding through your body. Click, click, click. You're committed now. There's no going back. Click, click, click. And suddenly you're at the summit. Gravity and momentum takes over and you're off on one of the most exhilarating rides of your life. So I encourage you all to find your confidence. And like Carl in the movie, played by Jim Carrey, say yes. Say yes to the Women Thrive Summit. And wherever your journey takes you, hold on tight. Believe in yourself and always enjoy the ride. Thank you.
Annette, thank you. Oh my goodness, I was just chuckling to myself all the way through. I know that movie. I've watched it. Yes, mixed reviews. But
I'm the yes woman now, so maybe there's a time for a sequel.
I'm so glad that you're saying yes to everything. I'm so glad that you said yes to being a speaker on the Women Thrive stage. It's so wonderful to have you in the community. You were talking there about confidence. I know it's one of the things that you really help to support your clients with, one of the many things. And you said that we're not born with confidence. What's the first step? What's the first step to being more confident? What do you think it takes to really have that confidence to go out there and do the thing, as well as saying yes?
Well, the biggest blocker is inside our own minds. It's the things that we say to ourselves. And if you've never been encouraged or allowed or given the permission or the space to believe in yourself, to try new things, we learn through experience. But if you never had that opportunity, or if that nagging voice at the back of your mind is saying, oh, this is going to be rubbish, you can't do this, then inevitably you start to believe that. But that mind, that voice, that's us. So you can change that voice, you can change that negative voice to a positive one. And when you realize that you can control that, that is often a time where you have a massive breakthrough and realize that certain things that you previously felt were beyond your reach are much more attainable, and you get the confidence. And then we learn gradually. You're not going to go straight from 0 to 100. It is a process, but with each successful outcome, your confidence grows and grows, and you'll get there.
Annette, I love that you are walking your talk and sharing in a vulnerable way that, sometimes we just have to do it scared and say yes and do the things and alchemize those nerves into excitement and just take a stand and share their voice. So thank you so much for saying yes to being on the showcase today.
My pleasure.
And saying yes to being a speaker on the summit next year. And I'm very excited to be on this journey with you to help you uncover what that talk is going to be about. And I know it's going to be a goodie. How can people find you?
Well, I'm silverbrookhypnotherapy.co.uk is the website. I'm Silverbrook Hypnotherapy on LinkedIn and Instagram, and those are probably the best platforms to get in touch with me. But I'd love to connect with people. This is that was one of the real main motivations for wanting to get involved with this, because of you're making connections on a global scale, which is incredible.
Yeah, we want to encourage everyone watching Annette and all of our speakers to connect with them, follow them on socials, reach out to them, build those connections. It's so valuable for us as women. And we feel more confident, I think, when we've got that support as well. It naturally helps us to boost that confidence. So, Annette, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom on the stage today.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.